good call, Gordon, to suggest that, because that substitution of Matt Coburn at half-time, that has changed the tempo of the game.
And there we see the line-out specialist, number 18, Scott Murray, come on for Scotland. He'll be very crucial in the last 18 minutes.
So Stuart Grimes is off, and he certainly held up his end. Taken away by Taylor.
Well, the Wallabies give up one line out as soon as Murray comes on.
Mather wasn't expecting it. He didn't want that pass from the skipper. Now Redpath has to clean up.
Here's trouble. Almost the perfect position to go to the right side. Perfect number of metres to the right. With Joe Roth in combination with Gitto and Gregan, you've got to think there's something cooked up.
Well, this could be Brian Redpath's last test match, the captain. And he's just made a couple of little handling errors that have hurt his side. Controlled by Lyons at the back. Here's Joe Roth. And Mortlock, who broke it wide open in the second half with that powerhouse try out wide. Now Gregan. Roth calls for it. And he's within 7 metres of the goal line here. Scotland slowing it down.
Scotland forward, get out of it.
5 times now.
I want Scotland out of there. Away.
Well, the injection of Joe Roth. He looks sharp coming off the bench.
Referee speaking to Brian Redpath here.
Scotland players are lying there when you're on the defensive side. If you continue to do it, you're going to force me to go here. Okay? It's very close now.
Good strength there by Joe Roth, getting across the advantage line. That's when the Wallabies want a quick ball.
Captain Gold. I'll just ask him, mate. Yeah. What do you want to do? Okay.
Bill Young has said to George, I'd love to go to the scrum. This is huge.
Good on you, the Wallabies. They've been copping some criticism during the week.
Well, 4 try bonus points are no good at the knockout stage of the tournament.
They're having a little go, and they need that lift.
Well, the Wallaby backline need to keep their depth. The Scottish side will come up in an umbrella defensive pattern. The Wallabies need to keep their depth and be patient.
Well, it won't want to pop out this side because there's not one Australian back defending this side of the post.
Australia by 17 here at Suncorp. Lions powering over. Look at Steve Walsh. And Walsh is awarded. He was down, flat on his tummy, his nose on the turf, and he sniffed it out.
An outstanding refereeing decision. Steve Walsh is having a blinder. It was as if he were Wallaby Bob McMaster refereeing a WWF match. Down on the thing, going 1, 2, 3, and he awarded the try.
Well, the Wallaby backline standing very wide. It makes Chris Patterson, the number 10, stand a little bit wider, and David Lyons at the back of the scrum.
Phil Waugh, vital, that drive there. Have a look at Walsh, you might just pick him up now.
Kick successful. 33-9.
Matt Coburn and Phil Waugh straight up the backside of David Lyons as he headed. Have a look, so he makes contact there. Look at Phil Waugh, will hit him here and provide impetus, and then Matt Coburn.
So the real Wallabies have stood up in their second half after an indifferent first 40 minutes. Darwin's departed, Al Baxter is on. And for Scotland, John Petrie is taking the field. And Jason White departs. So Ben Darwin has certainly come a long way since the Beecroft under-9s. his lines. Giteau, Roth, Mortlock and Takiri's with him. Good work by Flatley. He picked up that inside ball. Jeremy Paul. Wrapped up by Petrie. George Gregan's been very busy. And isolated man. Not releasing.
Well, Matt Giteau used as a battering ram there. Wasn't expecting the ball off George Gregan. Penalty, holding on to the ball.
George Gregan forced to come back to short side though, Tim. There was no support out wide, so he came to short and almost ran into Giteau. So Scotland with a chance.
The referee said it clearly. Number 7, Cameron Mather, was there trying to get his hands on the ball, on his feet. Wouldn't. It looks like Chris Whittaker on for George Gregan here shortly. The first real chance the Scots have had to score in the second half.
And a big cheer for Chris Whittaker.
And for George Gregan. He's had a great game tonight. Passed, run, tackled well. A good captain's knock.
So it's just a goal line ahead for Scotland. Can they register their first 5-pointer? The Australian defence has been very powerful tonight.
Cobain went in hard and drove that ball back.
Australia offside. Here's Hines. Patterson.
War again to a man.
Mather takes it ahead. Bullock is there. And so are 3 Australians, including Harrison. Referee still playing advantage. Red part.
Superb defence from the Wallaby. They're going at it.
Well, this has been a comprehensive performance.
Oh, if you're a fan of sumo, this is wonderful stuff.
7 phases there for Scotland. They went nowhere.
They'll force them to think again. They'll have to go for the scrum now. And they will. No way they'll kick for goal. They could go for the line out if they trust that ball a bit better.
Well, they've got the line out to cause problems here 5 metres out.
Well, the Wallabies were tested in defence there and they dug deep. Coming off either side of the ruck and maul. Putting the Scots on the back foot. John Muggleton, the Australian defensive coach, has done a lot of work with them this week.
So true, Tim Horan. That's a matter of pride, and the Wallabies held theirs intact on that occasion. And here we go again. You can't possibly think the Wallabies will jump. They'll just get ready to defend what's going to be a long, protracted rolling maul.
And I heard the word nude out there. Do not let them score against you. Keep them nude.
Well, Bullock now has the ball at the back. They're back to where they started at the line of touch, almost. But Australia steadfast. Patterson, Townsend and Patterson on the loop. Well read by Flatley and Takiri. There's 4 Aussie players out there to 2 from Scotland. Here's Hines. Flicked it back beautifully to Redpath. That's Henderson. Logan's joined in. Great hands from Patterson. Almost. And Townsend. He kicked ahead.
The pass was forward as well.
That is magnificent defence, and that's the best feature of the game so far. The way the Wallabies have stood up in defence. That's what caused the error in the end.
Well, Patterson taking it to the line. Ball back inside of Gregor Townsend. Steve Walsh, good position. Called the pass forward, but once again, outstanding defence from the Wallabies.
Time and possession almost equal. The Wallabies have used their possession better. Al Baxter on camera. Young Tyro relishing this chance in the front row as his opposite comes on in Gordon McElwain.
So Bruce Douglas, the 23-year-old from the Borders, is off, and 33-year-old Gordon McElwain, number 17.
Easy to pick. He's the ball one on the tight head. That's this near side in the blue jersey.
This is victory number 11 in a row against the Scots. And the Australians have also set a new record of 11 consecutive World Cup victories. Giteau.
Super kick.
He's got a big boot, and that one almost to halfway.
Well, Matt Giteau on that occasion had to opt to put the play down at the other end of the field, but I'm sure that in the next 10 minutes of play, he'd love to get his hands on the ball and look out for the tired runners, the tired defenders of the Scottish side, the front rowers. He'll be looking to run either side of the front rowers and look for hole runners.
Scott Murray wants some action here in the line out. And he gets it, just got a hand on it. Henderson has just been the crash ball man tonight. That's Taylor, and War is there. Smith, the try-scoring hero against Fiji last week, and Hines has lost it.
McElwain, the new player, put the ball down, counter-attack.
Roth, out wide is Takiri. Hinshelwood ahead. Man underneath, Hinshelwood over the top. War towing ahead now for Redpath. The Scots have something on here. Hines, who initially threw that pass that saw the turnover. And here's Townsend out wide.
Wonderfully weighted kick.
Daniele, number 14.
Super work in defence by Saylor. Covered the man, covered the ball, and won it back for the Wallabies.
Australia still have it.
Well,
and
we thought
there is no. Sorry, Tim.
Well, we thought early on in the game that the Scottish side will put ball in behind Australia's two wingers, Takiri and Saylor. But Saylor didn't he do well then? Got down, slid on the ball, and then Joe Roth came in to help.
Yeah, that'll shut a few people up who say, put the ball behind Wendell, it's a sure thing to get it back. That's ball security, and that's what they're looking for, the Australian selectors from Wendell Saylor, and then got up and made some metres.
Inside the last 10 minutes. Australia by 33-9. And the problems continue for the scrum half. Untidy ball there from the line out. Patterson again. Kick and hope. Roth under no pressure here. Some pretty tired Scottish players. Roth sizing up.
Yeah, fairly scatty play. It's a repeat of some of the kicking from last week from Joe Roth. He wouldn't be happy.
Well, I think Joe Roth, his first thought was to tap and go and counter-attack. He had Takiri on his left-hand side. Perhaps he should have taken that option. He's looked pretty sharp, Joe Roth, since coming on. There's a Scottish Ian McGeechan. Probably his last chance, last test match, being in charge of his nation. He's done a marvellous job. I've been lucky enough to be coached by him over a couple of years. When he had a selection side, he was a lovely guy, and I'm sure that everyone wishes him well.
Here's Mortlock. Got away from Townsend. Just trying to scruff the player too high there. Scotland out wide.
Sharp's having a huge game tonight. They've really stepped up the locks for the Wallabies.
And David Lyons has been effervescent. Flatley. Caught by Mather. Here's Giteau. Great stepping from the little man. Looked to be taken a little high there by Murray. And that's Paul.
Oh, Matt Giteau lying on the ground in agony behind.
Lost by David Lyons, who took his eye off the ball.
That doesn't look good, Matt Giteau.
He got felled when he ducked back through, but it looks like it's a leg injury.
Watch his knee or his ankle.
Ankle.
Oh.
So he twisted very nastily there. Doesn't look good. Over 45,000 fans here, and it's 33-9.
Matt Giddo, he knows he's in trouble. As soon as he went to ground, his hand hit the ground.
It's this next one here, that one.